So yesterday's video was about what could possibly be the best investment that you can make in your lifetime. And that might sound like an exaggeration, but in many ways I mean it. It's not too late to jump in. It's really not too late to jump in because that hype is not even there. One of the altcoins that I believe can be one of the best investments of all time was posted on the NASDAQ website. There was an article and on Investor's Place, but it is SingularityNet. They posted SingularityNet, Filecoin, and data link. So if y'all are interested in AI crypto, this is definitely a video that you should watch because I'm going to analyze the top 10 investments right now in the cryptocurrency AI network. So the reason why we're choosing this is because these specifically run on blockchain. Most of them run on blockchain, so it's much more secure than investments, let's say, in the stock market. So the winner is going to be in something in blockchain technology, because if it's an AI and it needs to be truly sophisticated, and that means that it needs to run off of blockchain. It cannot run off of anything else. So these mainly are running off of blockchain. So let's go through the first one. So the first one is going to be Ocean Protocol. This company is in charge of basically keeping data of companies that use blockchain and storing it and making sure that it's secure. That's what they're all about. And they have a lot of companies underneath their portfolio that they're working with. So a lot of the big, blockchain cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and the big names in that field, they're working with them. So it's definitely one to keep an eye out on. So this one is like a data collection AI project. Numeraire is the next one, and as the name might suggest, it has to do with numbers. So it's a AI algorithm that helps hedge funds and investment companies make decisions based off of AI technologies. They pride themselves on being very, very intelligent in the hardest tournament on earth, which is the stock market, based off of what they're talking about. And they gather data for you and then analyze it and basically put it into their AI algorithm, and it tells you what you should invest in and what you should not invest in. So that's an interesting one. That's Numeraire again, and it runs off of blockchain too. The next one is DX Chain Token. So the third one is DX Chain. This one is kind of like Ocean Protocol, the first one we covered. It collects data for customers and it uses the blockchain technology and AI, and it assists them to make better decisions, basically. And yeah, think of it like a Facebook, how they gather information and they know how to target you. But this is on a much smaller scale right now because they're using mainly just blockchain and AI. So that's their whole concept. Can they outbeat each other? That's the question, because they're kind of in the same industry. As you can tell, Numeraire is a little bit different, but DX Chain Token and Ocean Protocol are kind of doing the same thing. So the next one is Velas, and it'll be interesting to see how many of them kind of do the same thing, and which ones of them are actually different. Because you're probably going to want to find the ones that stand out. If you find the ones that just do the same thing as others, then you're probably not going to make the best investment in the terms of especially if you want to make the best investment of all time. But the fourth name on this list is Velas, and they actually own their own blockchain technology. So a lot of these run off of Ethereum, so the only way you can really buy them is if you buy Ethereum, then swap the Ethereum for these tokens. But anyways, Velas is kind of basically that. They have their own blockchain technologies and to buy and sell things. And next is SingularityNet. The SingularityNet is an AI marketplace that lets people share and monetize their AI services. So it's basically like an Amazon very early on. So Amazon at first was like a marketplace online for books. So we have AI services right now in our everyday lives. Every single company has its own AI services in many ways, but no single company has been able to bring it all under one roof. and this company is working on doing just that. They partner with Hanson Robotics, and Hanson Robotics is in charge of Sophia. I made another video about her, and also Grace. She's a little mini robot that's going to be introduced all around the world. But anyways, it integrates the robot technologies, like these actual robots that we're going to see in physical form. They all need to be able to recognize voice or clone voice or see people's faces or analyze data or detect language or see in nighttime or daytime very good, or like seeing what's true and what's not. So like for example, these are just some examples of what this Singularity Net has been able to do, and the marketplace is just going to keep growing. So the robots are going to be able to do much more in the future, and you're going to see some very, very incredible services here in the future. So it's an interesting website. I might do a separate video on it. Next is Fetch AI. Fetch AI is basically like Ocean Protocol. It's like DX chain token. It takes information from all your devices and connects it. It makes the most use out of the information that the devices collect. And again, it incorporates artificial intelligence, so that way your decisions are best and you can see where you can save. And this is not for like a normal human. I guess like every single person can use it in their home, but also right now it's more widely used in companies where they can improve on a lot of different aspects. And they have a lot of different partners. So the sixth one on the list, or the seventh one on the list actually, is going to be Eyes. And in many ways, again, same thing: data collection, storage, safety, processing, all that stuff. Eyes does. Crypto Index is next, and this is kind of like a Coinbase or like a trading platform for cryptocurrencies that helps you invest better and makes better decisions. So it's saying that this index all time is 2,521%, so that's a good return. And they basically work with NASDAQ and all of these different partners. Again, very interesting. So they're kind of like a numeraire. They're not really like an Ocean Protocol or Fetch. So they're more on the financial side of things. Next on the list is GNY, and this basically helps you create your own blockchain technologies for your own enterprise, and it is customizable for what you need and what your goals are. So their whole thing is blockchain on command, so it helps you basically create it again. And they have a lot of recognition from Forbes. They seem very reputable and they know what they're doing. So it's an interesting service because none of these, from 1 to 8, none of them could do the same thing that GNY does. So it's kind of interesting. But how scalable is it? That's a question. And yeah, so the next one is Cortex, the last one on the list. And in many ways, again, same thing. Machine learning, decentralized AI research, smart contracts, and they run off of blockchain, obviously. In many ways do what Ocean Protocol, Fetch, and DX Chain do, information gathering and analyzing it. So if y'all want me to go into more detail of any of these companies, please let me know. This was just kind of like an overview, so I didn't go into much detail at all. I do like this one and this one, so I'm probably going to make another video about them. And if y'all enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe. I do appreciate every little thing. Mr. Mufleh.